I make sure they can see wherever it had a scene and turn it however it had a turn. I will stand up here, don't worry. You understand? So in that time of destruction, who gonna be bringing it up on you? Somebody could get a diam Ecclesiasticus 39:28. Ecclesiasticus 39:28. Yeah. Ecclesiasticus 39:28.
Yeah. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
And that is what come into this place.
Say, oh, you will please him. Right? It will please you about sending aside to destroy these people.
And then verse 29. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction.
This like what? Like a sacrifice. Right?
Everything against you.
So,
Everything.
This is what? Blood for blood.
That's the heights about it. They didn't want to be a sacrifice spiritually, so they're going to be one physically. You understand? They're going to burn, literally. And that is why the men of the Lord had to be right. They had to practice, rehearse the righteous act. Why? So when the time of tribulation come, they will be able to escape it.
That's right. Our precept here is to go back to that was saying there's no more wickedness ruling now, man. These Psalms 140 verse 11. He said, "Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him." And now we know this one them as well. The evil men that rule in the earth, so evilness will continue to overthrow them. So the place will become more and more wicked as soon as evil established. That is it. You understand? So he said, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him, and that is the problem. So that's why they're clean out the evilness now.
And even that goes to show, right? We know that right now, hey, we cannot render high fire for two, right? But that goes to show that, hey, when you go back to the Lord, was render eye for eye, tooth for tooth. And this is the same thing that you'll go and see playing out here. Because even in the Revelation, it says what? And those that pierce the Messiah, they also will see it.
They can't go back to regeneration. So you come up here,
even the brothers, you know, that blood that was shed, they are all crying out to the Most High to recompense. Right?
Let's finish this. I think one more verse. In Ecclesiastes 39:31, they shall rejoice in his commandment, they being the spirit that was created for vengeance. Right? They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come. You see that when the time is come? Right now the time is almost there. Seconds away. They shall not transgress his word. They will not transgress his word. That means when he say kill, it's kill. So what can. Only you see nothing yet till when that time comes. It's actually happening. You can't run away from that.
Yeah, these are the Proverbs. The Proverbs 12:13. He said, "The wicked is snared by the transgression of his lips, but the just shall come out of trouble." And all that is the elect. The elect are the most high people will only come out of that trouble. The rest will be snared. Death will be cast upon them.
Okay. You know, this is Sirach 19 verse 19. Right? He said the knowledge of the commandments, because hey, you are now talking about what? The righteous, and these are the things that you have to do right? To please Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, you know, that peace spirit to be with you, right? He said the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please them shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. Right? He said the fear of the Lord is all wisdom. Right? And when we say all wisdom, we mean the scriptures, right? Not no New World Translation. Right? Talking about the King James, the old one, right? Say the fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of his omnipotency, right? Meaning he power now, right?
I appreciate you do that. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
Even I think one day before yesterday, I was talking to a pastor. He come by me to get some ring here, right? And started talking. He said, "Boy, you know, I had prostate cancer, and you know the Lord healed man thing, and you know he started to teach Jesus." So I started getting on and it with him now, boy.
Here comes Jesus.
I started getting on, you know. When he talk jumping, then he reached with the hell at. And when I started bringing out scriptures and cut him, he run, you know. And he said, "Boy, I'll come back, do it yourself thing, I like how you're thinking." Because he didn't believe. I said, when he started talk, I said, "Well, I just preach. You know, I just shoot picture, you know, Hebrew Israelite on that GMS.
Yeah.
You understand? Say, but you got the man with the DQ thing? I say, "Yeah, I'm a better." Started bringing out scriptures, run.
You say that like you get chopped from now already. So
You get cut.
And that goes to show that what? Yeah, they don't, because even, let me show you this, sir. When I tell them, hey, you have to keep the commandments. Because when I went to John, I showed him, even the Messiah said, if he love me, he keep my commandments. Right? And he said, yeah. But at the end of the day, you're not doing it. You're not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. And hey, these people don't want to turn back to the Lord.
I'll precept it.
But he feeling that, hey, he feeling that, hey, you know, the Lord healed my thing. No.
Oh, it was blowing.
Yeah, blowing.
Yeah, right? You feel like, yeah, but the Lord healed my thing. Eh? No, you're reserved. He reserved you.
And that's how I show you how strong the Lord delusions is. The Lord can send you to obey a man or somebody in the left hand side and let that person cure you and make you get caught up in that. And you thinking to yourself that is the way when really and truly. He done plant that seed in you to keep you in that state until it's time for destruction. I just show you the terror of the Lord is a serious thing. And that's why the scriptures talk about let's say examine yourself. Because sometimes you could be doing something real off and in your head you're right in it. Not knowing that the spirit's just priming you up. You understand? I appreciate it.
So that can be just to add, because you know, the scripture say examine yourself. Right? And sometimes, you know, one of the best thing, like what I does always do, I use myself as an example. You know, if I do something wrong in some way, or acknowledge, or feeling like boy, you are doing something wrong, I will go to brothers, say, hey, I can do so and so and so. You understand? That's why the scripture say, well, confess your fault one time and that.
Can.
They say scriptures is for reproof and correction too.
Can.
I think the scriptures can leave you out now. Really and truly, because it's perfect.
But even though it says prove your own self, you just need, you know, so that's why it's always good to go to brothers and, you know, seek advice, seek counsel and about.
So there's Ecclesiasticus 35, I'll start from 1, right? It says, he that keepeth the law bringeth offerings enough.
Yeah?
It says, he that taketh heed to the commandments offer it a peace offering. The scriptures talk about the Lord do delight in burnt offerings. You understand? We is the sacrifice, and our sacrifice is to what? Is to go through this affliction and do the things that the Lord said to do. That is the sacrifice we just make in these times. Right? They say he that requiteth a good turn, offereth fine flour, and he that giveth alms, sacrificeth praise. Right? They said to depart from wickedness is a thing pleasing to the Lord, and to forsake unrighteousness is a propitiation. Propitiation. They say, thou shalt not appear empty before the Lord. You understand? So you had that sacrifice. The Lord can appear and you ain't doing none of them things, and you feel you will just get away. You understand? And that goes for men and women.
And even now I was telling them, you can't just be doing these things and expect that day to get delivered. It don't work so.
Because you say you hold your portion, right? Right when you didn't expect it.
What the brother was saying, just when you come earlier, where you go buy some of your man or whatever it is and you heal and you believe it, that is the way, because nobody else really healing anything. You have the vision on the emotion side of it. Right? This is Matthew 4, starting from 7. Yahweh Shai said unto him, which is Satan, or the devil was talking to him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all these kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things I will give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Right? And then Yahweh Shai said unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. And just I mean, he offer him kingdoms and things, but he offer you healing. And it's about that worship. So he end up getting healed, so he end up worshiping the Obi man or whoever it is.
But by doing that, you'll be worshiping the Obi man's God.
Right, the Obi man God and thing. And so I just rejected it and say you only worship one.
And even just to add, because the same test coming back again, right? It coming back again when they start to pump the microchip heavy, right? So the same thing that was. That's why you say, well, the servant is not greater than the master, because our turn coming. When he saw you're starving and he saw coming at you, he said, boy, think what? You're hamper, you're what? You're turkey. Hey, bringing all the good meat, he bringing all the money, brother. We see him take the chip. We're like salmon, fish with scale. Where are you? Have temple. Yeah.
Take it. Get all the food you want.
Yeah, the precepts is so that is with the Lord now. But these Psalms 19 verse 7, he said the law of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, is perfect, converting the souls. He said the testimony of Yahweh Shai Mashiach is sure, making wise the simple. So he said the law is perfect. That's why I see we are the righteous act. And he said making you the wise simple. I see these people who want to come back against us.
The simple wise.
The simple, no, making the wise simple. Yeah, making the wise simple. Yeah, making the wise simple now because they consider themselves as wise. You understand? But you understand, they consider themselves as wise. But when with this new song we singing now, we make them foolish now. Man. So that's why he say making the wise the simple. He say the statutes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai are the right, rejoicing thy mind. And the commandments is pure and enlightening your eyes, because when we was filthy and we realized and we started to go through the laws and things, we realized it enlightened your eyes that what to do right from wrong, and it does really think, because sometimes you're going through the scriptures and things and it had so much thing it does bounce up and like, boy, I never know that, boy. Even like if a man I pet and he pet go over, I tell him I did that go over and it keep and you warn him about it, your pet coming and it destroyed my food. So whatever, you have to get that and kill it. You understand? Because you're executing righteousness now, one time now. You understand? So he said lightning to the eyes. He said the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is clean, enduring forever, the judgment of the Lord are true and righteous altogether. And that was but I was saying earlier too, the judgment is true and righteous altogether. Because if you feel you're doing something and the Most High even like Most High say I 10,000 times by time. So you might be looking like things like but according to your but he just stab him in that spot. Yeah, that state and that illusion for a perfect judgment. And the Most High judgment has been perfect. You understand? To our two-third eyes, they might look at it and see as it's evil, but we are spiritual men, you know. Hey, and that was me and you was talking to coming up in the van today with the accident down in south. And yes, I was saying, watch how them happen to hit actually the pole with the transformer on it. You understand? It's had all the pole to hit. Yeah, it's had all the pole to hit. Them with the pole with the transformer for the transformer to fall and burn it. Like judgment of the Most High, and that was just same comment. The Most High judgment perfect now and righteous altogether now.
And you can't escape it.
You can't escape it. I guess the reality.
Before they see the video they pop. There was
Serious?
in a party.
Yeah.
I have a precept here.
There was in a party.
You see the
One time, I took judgment according to I took judgment.
That's what they worship it. You can't tell
You see the one when the car hit down the paving road?
Yeah, we was talking about all of this stuff.
like with the times on Noah, they was eating and drinking. And then the flood come and take them.
So what precept is that? One
By Matthew 24.
Yeah, man.
So I'm reading this, Galatians 6, I'll start from 7, right? It say, be ye not deceived, so the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap.
that's
You understand? So, if you're so good, you reap good. If you're so bad, you reap bad. That's why nobody can say whatever happened to them they don't deserve. Anything you get in this life or don't get is because you deserve it. You can never say you didn't. If you didn't, you wouldn't. You understand? It says verse 8. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption.
Yeah, that'll be the first.
But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting.
I have a precept here for you.
That'll be the first
It
precept.
says prayer of Azariah, right? He said verse 3. He said, blessed art thou, O Lord, power of our fathers. Thy name is worthy to be praised and glorified forevermore. Right? He said, for thou art righteous in all the things that thou hast done unto us. So, as thou hast done to us. So that he said, yea, true are all thy works, thy ways are right, and all thy judgments truth. Say, in all the things that thou hast brought upon us and upon the holy city of our fathers, even Jerusalem, thou hast executed true judgment, for according to truth and judgment didst thou bring all these things upon us because of our sins.
And those talk about that in Daniel, where it says, therefore the curses will come upon us. Why? Because they can't say they didn't look fair.
It says, for we have sinned and committed iniquity, departed from thee. Right? So when you go back to Deuteronomy, I think chapter 4, verse 6. Right? Where you talk about what? This was, let me get it.
And the greatest sin is
Which was what? The law, statutes, and commandments, right? Deuteronomy.
I just had to worship other idols and other gods. That was it.
Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Because, hey, who taught you these things was the Most High. He said, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord, my power, commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. He said, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. Right? When they jump down to verse 7, he said, for what nation is there so great, who had power so nigh unto them? Right?
But the other nations had their gods, but we had the one true power.
We was made to serve Yahweh.
And went to serve wood and stone.
To go with what the actor said.
And even just a thing, because if you make if they make a machine, right? They make a machine to, like say, make a jig. And the machine, it then making the jig. What you do, right?
Scrap it.
Sometimes you go in a machine,
Buy that mash of the position.
you're putting your money for your jig, you're pressing it up, your jig can come out. The next thing, you start up
Bug
back.
it up.
So when the person make Israel to serve him, and we went off,
And you turn it back.
what do you expect?
Yeah. Have you get for you the same way, you know, you want to destroy it.
Yeah, and that is scripture say he make me image and likeness, because when you really think about it, right, certain things Jake does do and I read in the scripture, go back to the same thing on your side.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now these are the commandments, the statutes and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whether you possess it, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, to keep all his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son and thy son's son, all the days of thy life, and the days that may be prolonged. And he's saying, keep that commandment, and he said, all the days of thy life. That means now and forever. It's nothing like Old Testament and New
I say
Testament.
what? Unto thy son and son. No, even, I was talking to a fella and thing, and I tell him, I said, but no matter how young your child is, right? Your child could be a year. As long as they can understand certain things I tell them, you're supposed to train them in that way. You know?
Get them out of that program.
Because basically what you're saying is a child, he don't understand. Right?
He don't understand,
Early,
that's correct.
early when I come in this truth, I learned that what? Hey, train this child to see they get with things. And this is how we bring it back the kingdom. Right? By you, when you come in this truth and you learn this truth, and you teach it unto your son, you teach your daughter how she's supposed to be and how she's supposed to carry about yourself. Right? Remember the scripture say what? Train a child in the way that they should go now. Right? Now when they grow, they will continue that.
Carry forward everything.
So you just can't say, nah, just being a child. So you go run around and do what you want and, you know? And then when he reach 12 years and he start to go big school and thing, you know science, you know what thing.
Romans 7:1 talk about that. I say, that's not get it quick. Exactly what he's saying there.
When a child reach 12 years, now look at the shit in the tree when he, you know, when they done form, it bend. Oh yeah, that's straight in the brand. Really?
If I can say, even if, example, if your child mightn't be at the age where they can understand what they're doing, you as a parent start to make sure that what they do is still right. Because you is the instructor. Like, where even like men like who go have that situation with wives, their wife mightn't understand Jack. But at the same time, if she could receive your instruction, she will still be doing what is right. So like say for example, if your child is 1 year old, you wouldn't let them eat something abominable, or 2 years old, just because they don't understand, you say that child should eat whatever. No, you still have to make sure, even though they mightn't understand, you still have to make sure that they do certain things until they reach the age to understand.
That goes back to that being a parent. For majority of the people who is parents right now,
Nah.
the way how they grew up, they're not even fit to be parents.
They just had people watching over them and feeding them. They didn't have parents.
Yeah, they didn't have parents.
Even just to say, right, last night I went down into that summer. And basically, you know, when they go down in them areas, where you see little youth men smoking, little girls smoking. But you see milk on this chain face, but if you see them short pants, push up bra,
Right.
and they smoking and liming on the corner.
They had mothers, but they didn't have parents. Somebody to actually be there, guide them whenever they're doing the wrong thing, chastise them to make sure they stay in order. They
After
didn't have
9, I see a little youth man riding the bike on the highway.
that also. Some of them in the same way.
And chilling. They were protesting that when a child is supposed to be home.
And so the Romans, he was talking about Romans 7:1. It say, know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law had dominion over a man as long as he liveth. You understand?
That's right.
As once you're born as a man of Israel, you're under the law. You understand? You're born under the law.
So you never stop being an Israelite, you know.
Can't.
They never stop being an Israelite when they're there and they come back. It's the same law, statutes, and commandments they still have to uphold.
Their bloodline.
Yes, and so at the best of your ability. So when the brothers and them saying that they are the teacher children, you have to teach your children because you're the man, you have to lay down the foundation now.
And the thing about it, as a leader, if you're not making sure they do what they're supposed to do, you're responsible for them. You understand? But when they reach the age where you know they become a man themselves, they're responsible for themselves. But before that, when they're young and you had them doing wickedness in your sight and not correcting them, like the story with I think it's Eli, the high priest Eli,
Yeah,
when his sons was being wicked, the Most High Jackie up for that because he was responsible for them. That by itself is a serious thing.
Like with Samuel.
Right.
Yeah.
That when Samuel come and take his spot because he know his sons was doing and he restrained them not.
And Eli, he went and asked Samuel, "Let me get it, man."
And like that's the pattern that we living in today.
Yeah.
That's what the crackhead children here, so I grew up and watching them. That's what the people and them acting real mad because why? They are not training home.
Can't. Or the training that they have home is from dragons and monsters.
They're from dragon and them learn that same from them parents.
Yeah, so
You understand what I'm saying?
bad, you know. If you look at them, when them guys
For
make
Samuel
now,
too.
So when
for
them
Samuel
a dragon, what I'm going to make? I'm going to make double dragons, right?
yeah,
And you think it's true?
double-headed.
Double dragon.
I would have been a dragon and double-headed.
Yeah, the double dragon, yeah. Jimmy and Billy Lee.
But think about it, like when we was growing up small, right? Like at a certain time, they never used to see children and thing on the street. They see after 6 and thing, they used to be scared. Right now, 1 minute to 10 children in the street, children playing in the street and all kind of mad thing, you know, like it just, everything that just came, everything come out of course now. You understand? And
I
that
like
goes
this morning,
back.
I tell you that that's the body you tell
And that goes back to the Most High. The Most High say he will curse me like that. You understand? The Most High making men feminine by because that disobedience too, because I go back to curses, right? And when them leave the household, as a mother and that woman spirit and the children, like
weak vessel.
your weak vessel and when
Heaven
the
spirits.
woman now, remember the woman that deal with emotions and things, so them raising on the child through the emotions. And say, and you know, and man is just a man thing and you can't correct them because why? Because a woman can't take correction. So when the children saying that it's not mommy sober, you can't talk to mommy. What's where the children gonna do? You can't talk to them children out here.
Afraid the mother and father.
Even when you look, right, and you watch like how they talk, they say, well, man, the dog, thing, don't come out so heavy, ladies and gentlemen, thing, open the door. Hey, you just being a servant unto a woman who was created to be your servant.
Can't.
That's a good point, you know, because them children now, they teach them in school now, them are saying them go to school there, ladies first.
Yeah.
That's what they teach them.
Yeah, that's from young, that's what it is trained, yeah.
So my wife little cousin come across and tell my son that my son say you mad or what?
I remember, I come in our car the other day.
He first.
Even king.
Because doctrine off, so you know have it in the right set. So that's the how society have it, you know. When you look at mother, it's like evil one that's a good.
But a good point, you know, bring up here because when I watch this system, boy, it all stems out from them things.
And they go watch your son like he off.
Yeah, they go watch it like and he don't care about nothing. He first.
He's a beast.
I don't think.
He's a beast. He don't care. He think. He pull out it.
Yeah, he's a monster.
He's a monster. We got it. He hear us.
He get in touch with the feminine side.
Actually, that okay.
That's how men supposed to be.
That's why the scripture say, well, show yourself as men.
Our men naturally aggressive by nature.
Even when
Men
they
dominant.
watch them ancient movies and things, or 200 Sparta, so they say go up there and fight.
Yeah.
Battle warrior.
What's up face on bottom and thing, they make
You feel back in them days, your father, some of your mother said, don't do that. What? You tell them, what a I tell him go and do that. You're
All
mad.
the man say the men going effeminate.
Come.
They're going effeminate because they stay inside and watching TV.
But you can't even
But
sit
it's
down
again.
and talk to a man properly without getting any emotions and wanna fight by like woman behavior by men used to talk and reason and men have used to talk and reason for long. And they used to say, hey,
bring a point across.
and you get a point across and you get a point across and that's still like agree to get so we have to move on, you know. Yeah, that's how much but now I'm going to say and explain this and I go back to this.
I mean, taking that back. No, my mother, but my mother.
You fight some man so soft. He want to fight him. He got call.
Don't talk
He
about my
want
mother.
to fight himself. Right? How soft he is.
You tell a man something, he want to shoot you for that.
4 or 5 men come.
I
If you deal with it, you got man. Go and deal with the man and fight the man. Yeah,
Press it out.
I think you guys are these days.
Now go back to this because that really feminist spirit it have on the men in the society, but especially the men in Israel more effeminate than the women, you know.
Yeah.
They're more effeminate than the women, but it reached to a point that a man will get so violent to kill another man for a woman, but and the woman playing to them, the woman is the problem playing to them.
But the next man again.
Just the area I was watching a movie, right? Basically, is a man but he went to the next state. But he's a mechanic now. So happened that the same day he went in night time into that old man that owned a store now. So he was coming out from a bar thing and a man come to rob him, not knowing is that man wife send him man to
rob him,
not only to rob him,
to kill him.
to kill him.
But make it look like a
But the Jake now step in because the man is a Edomite. So the Jake step in, you know, save the man. So the man take the Jake, carry him home, you know, feed him, think he say, you want work? Give him a work, right? So happen now that the Jake, the Edomite had a young wife. So you know, Jake fall in love,
Get
thing,
this.
go on, started pump the man wife when he in there and thing. Coming down clear now this story. What happened? The Jake plot with she to kill she husband to get the business because he had went and take out a loan to open a big business now, but like a mall with shopping plaza and thing with race cars and different things. And one detective was going to them now, boy. And the Jake take the rap fight, right? And he went in jail, right? Now here we're gone because the detective done thinking, hey, two of them kill him, so he take the rap.
Yeah.
She's sending him
Somebody have to go
now
down.
pictures in jail and telling him, hey, you know, she pregnant and thing. And after over years, she sending them picture of the little child getting pregnant. Not knowing she outside seeing about the business and the pictures with the child who she's sending for him is one in she employee's son now, boy. Right? And the man who she did send the kill she husband, two in them running the business. And the Jake end up he
take
ended
the
up
rap.
taking
He take the rap.
the chair. He was on that too, so the other said kill him. So
And-
you see him walking.
And he
going
thinking he leave
with-
a seat
with the
behind.
picture of his son.
Yeah, thinking he leave a seat behind.
But
Not knowing.
Show you how cunning them women is. How wicked. I'll get the name of the movie and I'll tell
But,
you.
and they don't make movies just so you see. That thing
It's true,
happen,
yeah.
that thing happen.
Every day, right?
But I blame that Jake for being so stupid, boy. I just got to say woman rule over them, boy. Sure, they are percent of women rule over them. So now I can all the violence all the violence and Jake killing Jake and thing because of that feminist spirit.
Now when the scripture say what? To be carnally minded is
It's that.
right? A man take you any place you have nowhere to go, feeding you, giving you a work. Man say well, when I open the business, I'll put you, you know, as a boss thing. You want to kill the man for pussy?
And
We
they
end up
think
getting
you are what your heart lusted after. You understand? You are what your heart lusted after.
This is Isaiah chapter 46 verse 8. He said, remember this, show yourselves men. Right? He said, bring it again to mind.
When I get to mind before I continue, so that I know When I watch the forefathers of the scripture, when I watch Jacob, how he wrestled the angel and things like that. That incident alone to show that hey, Jacob was a man, boy.
Well, fight it over.
But Job is it the thank the most High for Job and what he do, boy. Because if Job didn't have balls, boy, Job would have followed him, man,
Yeah.
and close him most High, But Job have a pair of balls, boy. Job say, girl, you play fucking man.
Take all that. And still praise it.
Even
That's how I say,
Take everything.
come on, girl.
even Lot.
And then,
Even Lot, because when they was going up in the mountain and Lot wife looked back,
Yeah.
he was holding she hand. But he didn't bother to look back.
no, when we look back on, you realize what happened. So, girl,
I'm a piece of follow.
He didn't bother to look back. Yeah.
I'm a piece of follow.
Because why is this person will bring it back to mind that you is the man, you is the precious one. You is the vessel that you have about shall dealing with. The woman is the place, and the woman not going to be saved because of them righteous deed, or that one place is saved because of the righteousness of the man. But we is the vessels, we is the heads now by the Most High make we, so that we can teach the heads. You understand? But it wants to mix around now with Esau and Eve, you know, Eve like what Esau. You see the guy in there, I go rule over my man, I go rule this, I go have power, but I go it is.
And it is just so hard because, you know, even though they will be saved through the righteousness of the man, that if they do what they're supposed to, right?
Yeah, please, the man.
If they do what they, which is the will of the Heavenly Father. Because if you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and you're doing all manner of wickedness or abomination, you can't expect to be saved by it because your man going out there and do the works. It don't work so.
It said in the precept, it say, daughters of Sarah, which daughters ye are if you do well. If you do well, meaning what you do is supposed to.
Yeah. Because why the man who have a strong vibration, he could be ruling, and he will be ruling she.
He will tell you what to do. He will tell you what to do.
Yeah. And she doing what she's supposed to do, but yeah.
You know, so some of these women, right? They think, hey, nah, but this thing is hard. This thing hard. Think, hey.